Hello everyone. This video is about propagating chimera. As most people know, not all of you, you can propagate chimera using the leaves. You have to use their bloom stalk. So there's various methods of doing this. Today I'm going to show you one of these methods. Right? Obviously, what you need is some chimera flower. This is meditation. It's a hybrid of Ruth Colson. So it's a very pretty flowers. So you can see fantasy and typical chimera pattern, the stripes. So you need to take bloom stalk. So with all the flowers already open, carefully take them off. So I'm just going to show you one, so preferably one that has all the flowers already opened. Okay, this is going to be a challenging one with chimera bloom stalk propagation. These leaflets here are where the plantlets will grow from, and the bigger they are, the easier they are, but this one is very small, so it's going to be challenging. All right? So that's the first thing you need. The next thing, this method uses nitrozyme solution. Nitrozyme is plant extract full of natural growth hormones. All right. If you need more details, just Google it and it will tell some more details about it. You can buy it in most hydroponic shop, if not in eBay side. Right? They're on the expensive side, but you only use about 2 ml per liter of water. So that's a bottle of this size will last you a long time. And the other thing I need is some floating sponges or whatever you can use to float the cat bloom stalk. I'll show you later on. And a satay stick or bamboo stick you can get from a supermarket, and I'll show you why I need all those things, and a container with that solution. So this is diluted to 2 ml per liter water. Okay, and obviously the containers are labeled with the names and a date. Okay. You also need a very sharp, preferably clean. This is a little bit rusty, but I've cleaned it with methylated spirit beforehand. So make sure it's as sharp as you can get. Alright, but be careful with sharp iron as usual. Let's put this aside first and take the bloom stalk out. Alright, obviously a clean work gloves as well. So let's zoom this in a bit. Okay, the first thing is to take off. So you quickly just cut it off there. Make sure you don't cut off the leaflets. They are the important parts. So that's why a very sharp blade is very important to help you with that. So that's another one. That's another one. Okay, you can put those aside. Those are useful as well. So there's one cuttings you can have. Obviously the bottom bit is too long. You normally cut about there. Alright, so very short, about 2 centimeters. About 2 centimeters is all you need. Alright, so this is the piece that you're going to plant. Okay, I'll show you later on. And the other part you can use, let me pick the easier one. is the flower pentacle itself. Alright, so to use these beads, first you pull off the petals. So just hold on to the petals and just slightly pull it off as much as you can. Just put okay, so that can be used as well. Again, cut off there. You don't want a long base, so it's again about 2 centimeters all you need. So when the plantlets grow, it's different for these two type of cuttings. So for the flower peduncles, you find the plantlets will grow from this end. Alright, will grow from this end. While for this part where you got the leaflet, the plantlet will grow from the leaflet's end. Alright. So the key of a successful propagation using bloomstalk is to get it to root as soon as possible. Most failure is because it takes too long to root, and the bloomstalk will die, or it's the potting mix or whatever you use is too wet for it and it dies, it rots away. Okay, I know this is propagation using solution, it doesn't sound logical. We can always say African violet hates too wet, but for some reason propagation with water-based solution works. It doesn't rot for some reason. Okay, so once you have that prepared, the next thing is to use these sponges to hold them up above the water. So these are just packaging materials you buy when you buy online or you buy from shops. It comes in a sheet to protect your whatever you bought from crack or scratches. So all I do is cut into strips like this, and then I use the skewer to punch a hole through and stretch it a little bit. So you got a little hole in there. It's hard to see because it's things. So you can use any material. It doesn't have to be this. You can use any material that will allow it to float. Okay, I think used to be in when you buy meat in the meat tray, that material can be used as well, but now they're using plastic. So all you do is thread that through. Okay, and make sure you stay right at the end. So let's have a look. So this is right at the end there. So on the surface, should I say? That's right on the surface there. Okay. So that's what we need to do. And then just chuck it in. Yep. Just like that. And take the next one and use the pentacle. You can thread that through. Over the top. Oops, wrong way around. Put it there. Okay. So that's all. So this is how it looks like after I do the rest of the cuttings, including the flower pentacle. Again, thanks to Ruth, I managed to increase the number of bloomstalk I can use. Okay, as you can see, before changing from this using just planting using wrap on top to using sponges, because the wrap caused the solution to leak outside, and constantly, as you can see, there's moisture, the leak in there, and I constantly have to fill up the cup, which is not very good. So you can see, I have a little plantlet there. This is the Alps. It's been there since the end of May, so it's only about 2 months. You already can see little plant there. That's still a little bit small, so I'm just gonna let it grow in there. This one has okay, you can see this is the with the flower pentacle. The plantlet grows from the bottom. All right, this is a yukaku. Alright, so again, all this can be planted up. Alright, let me show you the difference between plantlet grown from the leaflets of the bloom stalk compared to plantlets that grown from the flower pentacle. As you can see, the plantlets from pentacle tend to grow from the bottom of the cutting. As you can see, there are a few there, and I'm trying to remove it from the red from the plantlets. That's this method that I don't like, is that the wraps tends to wrap around, stick to the plantlets, making it hard to remove. So you got to take it off really carefully. And the other part is that because there are several cuttings all stick to the same wraps, so when you remove one, you tend to have to remove the rest. So which means that if you got small plantlets like this one, oops, you can stick them back again. It's going to be difficult. So that's why I changed the wraps to the sponge, and hopefully, because they're individual, it makes it easier. So this, as you can see, these plants are a little bit small. Could have given more time to grow before I remove them, but I'll give it a go. So let's look at the plantlets on top of the leaflet. Let me remove the wrap first. I'm going to do it carefully. Just make sure you don't cut the plantlets. Alright, as you can see in this cutting, you have a plantlets on top of the leaflets, growing very strongly, and there's also one at the cutting end. I was told that plantlets grown from that position is unlikely to bloom through, as compared to the plantlets growing from the leaflets. So it'll be interesting to see whether this one will bloom through or not. So I'll give it a go. No, we just need to cut this into 2 pieces and pot it up. I use a small medicine cup for that, to pot it up.